That's how it works. In this day and age, mate, it's that easy, eh?
It is. From the middle of the High Country here in Jamison. Oh, that's a good point.
Well, I'm just about to pour a beer. We're at the Jamison Hotel, the Courthouse Hotel. We love this place down the High Country.
Absolutely love it. I think we should say welcome to everyone.
Absolutely.
And thank you so much for joining us. This is the first time we've ever done this. So this is us going live on YouTube. We've never done this before. So if we make some mistakes tonight, folks, if we...
I've made one mistake already.
What's that?
Have a look at your beer.
Oh, has he poured a beer before?
Oh, look at that one, though. That one's good.
That's a cracker.
Yeah,
so if we make
right.
a few mistakes tonight, if we inadvertently swear...
No, we're not going to do that.
We're not going to do that.
We've got a few things that... Look, we're down in the High Country right now. We're midway through a trip, so we've never done this.
How do I drink that? How do I drink that?
Yeah, cheers, mate. Look, we've never done this before, and this is what's so exciting about it, I suppose.
Yeah.
We're going live, and big thing for us is our Field of Action community. I mean, you know, we go through all the comments regularly. We see there's so many questions here, so we thought, heck, why not go through a bunch of your questions right now? Now, there's been a stack already on Instagram. Right now, there's been a stack of questions. And I guarantee you guys will be doing a stack more right now, right through YouTube. So we're going to take this opportunity to basically go through, answer all your questions. And
before we do that, however, how about we've been in the High Country now for
solid
a while or so, whatever it's been.
Week or more.
We've got a massive blizzard coming through. Actually, we were supposed to do this tonight around a campfire. However, it
sort of got rained out and snowed
gale
out.
force out there. We're looking at, there's a lot of snow coming, so we thought we physically can't do it. The cameras can't do it. Our film crew, bunch of girls, if you ask me, they can't.
I was going to say, do you have the ticket to do it, mate?
I couldn't have done it. So we thought we'd come into the pub. So that's why we're not around a campfire tonight.
It was pretty hard to twist my rubber arm to come down to the old
pub.
Courthouse Hotel.
Exactly.
But here we are.
We are. So here's the thing. Let's go through. I thought we'd just
roughly recap where we're at.
Where we're at and our collective brains on our experience in the High Country over the last few years. And share that with the audience.
Fair enough.
I don't know. Where do we start? Where do we start with the High Country?
Well, firstly, it's winter. That's where to start, because a lot of people think that the High Country's closed in winter. Like, every single track is closed. Like, you got to come here summer. Look, there are seasonal closures, no doubt, and a stack of really cool iconic tracks are closed down during the winter times. Between what is it? It's the long weekend in June. I'm going to say the Queen's birthday and the Melbourne Cup weekend. I think. So anyway,
when it's snow, basically, if there's snow,
that's seasonal closures. That means that a stack of tracks you can't drive on them, but there is so many you can drive on.
Well, I think that's the thing. Here's the thing. The High Country is ginormous. Absolutely ginormous. So, yes, there are some closures during the winter months, but it's still it's mozza.
One of my favourite times to come down here, because you're not going to see the crowds like you normally see.
There's no one down here.
And I reckon the tracks, they step up a level.
Here's the thing, though. So you've got a track you wouldn't even look at during the summer months.
Yeah.
It rains or snows.
Oh, what about today?
Off tap.
Off tap. We drove this track. We'd never film normally.
No, not even
close.
But
winches were out.
One car nearly rolled.
Remember that?
One car nearly rolled on a track you wouldn't even look at in summer.
Yeah, it's slippery, because as soon as you get water on that sort of surface. But how's yesterday, though? So this is the cool thing of the High Country. We were up in the snow yesterday. Like, it literally started snowing on us yesterday.
Puking on us. It was sideways.
I think that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Pardon the pun.
Now, mate, setting a vehicle up for the High Country. How would you do that? Because a lot of people have got High Country no doubt on their bucket list.
For sure.
And they're thinking, you know, how do I get my family tour? I want to go down there, show the kids the High Country. Maybe even see a bit of snow. How do you go about that?
Look, for me, first and foremost, if you can do any track in Australia, you can do the High Country. I mean, you just got to pick your tracks. Don't do the super vertical ones.
There are those ones out there,
They're a bit
no
gnarly.
doubt.
But the High Country is, for an area that is surrounded by towns and population, extremely remote. So be a bit prepared. You know, come out here with some comms.
Yep.
You know, make sure you can get in contact with people. Come out here with a good winch. You're going to need a winch at some point, I think, anyway.
I think so. Especially if you're by yourself, a winch is something you should
essential,
have.
Absolutely
this day and age, come on.
They're so cheap these days. You can buy a winch for nothing. Outside of that, look, even if you come in summer, it can get cold, man.
It's cold.
It's cold really
now.
cold.
I'm actually I haven't stopped wearing thermals.
He's been wearing that.
Yeah, no joke.
Actually, here's the thing. We actually came out tonight to come in and have a couple of beers, and I was wearing the same shirt. We couldn't have done that. That was not going to work. So he's been wearing that for the last 5 days.
You thought just because I wear it for 4 days, I wouldn't wear it for another one.
I should have known.
Wrong. Wrong.
So prep, warm clothes, bring gloves, bring beanies, Even if it is
Yeah.
the middle of summer, it gets damn cold up here.
Yeah, exactly right. If you come in summer, I think you need to prepare for summer, autumn,
Yep.
spring, and also winter.
Yep.
If you're coming in winter, just prepare for winter because it doesn't get warm. Trust me.
You're not gonna need a flannel
No.
or a singlet. You just
No, you seriously, I wear thermals. Like,
Yep.
look, the guys overseas right now, people in Canada,
Oh, no, they're
people
thinking,
in the UK,
"Pussies."
even places in the US and stuff
Yep.
like that, New Zealand, they have it way colder than we do.
way colder. We're not used to it. So if you're not used to it,
Oh, it freaks me
prep
out
for
a tiny bit. It's
Yep.
been freezing. Today
has.
it didn't get above 4 degrees.
I saw 6, but that's
Okay.
semantics. That's neither
Okay.
here nor there.
Oh, big deal. It's still cold.
It's still cold. How about snow chains?
Snow chains. Look, it's one of those things you should have,
Yeah.
but I don't think we need them that much.
I think the only time you
And
actually need them by law is if you're going up into the authorised. I don't know what the word is, 'cause I don't go there, but the ski fields. You've got to have them then. But outside of that,
You don't need them.
Don't worry about
You
it.
don't really need them.
That's a
We've
common
got
myth.
we've got them.
we've got them in the
We've
cars.
got them, but I guarantee they're not going to get dirty. And if they do, something's going to go really wrong.
Pear-shaped, absolutely pear-shaped. I have to pull him out or something. We don't want that to happen. Look, how about antifreeze in the diesel?
A lot of the servos around the
got
high
that?
country will have that.
Yep.
I suppose. I don't treat my car any different for the high country as I do for Cape York.
No.
It's just always ready to go mechanically well.
Yep.
I've got my mods that I've got, and it just,
Just works.
It just works, so I can go on the tough tracks. When it comes
Yep.
to camping down here, that's where things change a little bit,
You've got to be comfortable.
and warm.
Warm is the thing. I think warm is the thing. It's
Okay. I'm going to say one item.
Go.
You can't leave home without if you're going to the high country. Go.
Me?
What would you choose?
Thermal underwear. Oh, for camping.
I'm going to choose a chainsaw.
Oh,
Because-
yeah, chainsaw. Yeah.
Because not only is there a lot of thermal underwear,
Sorry,
I'd choose,
my giblets get cold.
I'd choose a chainsaw because there's a lot of trees fall down over the tracks, so you need to clear
Yep.
tracks, no doubt. But getting firewood is the most important thing ready for camp.
And there's a lot of firewood in the high country, but it's super long. Have you noticed that? Like anyone's been up here, the firewood up here is huge.
Well, trees falling over, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, but they're very big. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? They're very long. They don't
Chop
shout.
them up.
Yep.
Chop them
You
up.
got to chop them up. So
chainsaw, I think, has been essential.
Yep.
The other thing as well, like you got a big fire going, chuck the awnings out.
yes,
So then your swag doesn't get wet and stuff like that.
Yep.
I've been sleeping on a stretcher,
good call.
which, yeah, it's
Gets
good.
you off the ground.
Gets you off the ground,
Yep.
but you find a bit of cold does come up through the bottom. I find I've got my sleeping bag, I'm jumping, and I also put another sleeping bag down
I saw
underneath me. Just another layer underneath. Why not? And I don't know if it's a science thing. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. But
Could be.
it worked for me the other night. I was super toasty in there.
He was like a bug in a rug. He wouldn't get out of bed in the morning. Actually,
Yeah,
I was making a
wouldn't- no,
coffee.
I did. I got out of bed and then I went back into bed because it was so cold outside.
It was. Oh man,
It was so
bitter.
cold.
But the thing is, I think the thing with the high country is in winter especially. We live on a desert island. I've said it before. To be able to come up here into an alpine region, and it is. It's a true alpine region.
Oh,
Camp, four-wheel drive.
Everyone's gotta
experience
do it.
You've got to do
Everyone's
it.
gotta do it. Yeah.
Everyone's got the Cape. They've got the Kimberley on their bucket list. They've got Simpson. The high country in winter. How's that?
Here we go.
How is that for
Here
service?
we go.
Look at that for a stein. Jeepers
At the
creepers.
Courthouse Hotel.
Courthouse,
Love
Jamison.
it. Love these. How many times do you reckon on an average year, how many nights we spend here?
Oh, Struth, man.
At least a
lot.
week?
Yeah.
A week
At
every
least.
year?
At least.
And it's not
Sensation.
hard to see why.
It's not now. I've got a couple of questions. They're down here.
What are these from Instagram?
They are. So I've got one down here. Actually, there's a lot from Instagram. Well, here's one for you, mate.
What's that?
Most dangerous situation you've ever been in?
Just hanging around you, full stop, would be a dangerous situation,
I
mate.
knew I should have answered that myself. But anyway.
Dangerous situation. We nearly had one today.
Oh, we did.
Am I going to talk out of school if I give the game away before it happens?
I don't think so.
We had one of the vehicles. It was a very steep, run it out section of track.
Very
This
steep.
is the high country for you. If
Yep.
there's one place I'm ever scared in, like
Oh,
proper,
high
proper
country.
scared behind a four-wheel drive
Yeah,
is the
it's
high
the high
country
country.
because there's
Yep.
some tracks that are they're steep and they just keep going.
Yep.
And if you get it wrong, well, yeah.
Don't let that put you off, though.
No, you don't have to take
need
those.
to do them.
These are always side tracks. You've
Yep.
got the main tracks which you can take a Commodore nearly on, not this time of year, but
I was going to say, I haven't seen one yet.
when
I know what you're saying.
When you drive a Toyota 80 Series, mate, most tracks seem like that, to be honest with you.
This
Just
is-
pretty standard, pretty easy going.
Anyway, answer the
Okay,
question.
so
Most
look,
dangerous situation you've ever been in?
when things go wrong, I suppose, this
Yeah.
is what I'm trying to say
Yeah.
generally, but today we had a vehicle came up, didn't quite make it, and
Slipped
sort of
into a drainage
slipped
ditch.
into
Yeah.
a rut and just kicked a big wheel lift.
Yeah,
And
on
it
a
got to that
super
sit-
steep.
And we just thought, you know what, just get the winch out, and we're just getting back to safety.
Yep.
Easily avoided. But if you decided, oh no, bugger it, I'm going to try and pin it or
Yep.
do something crazy behind the tyre, behind the wheel,
Yep.
you might get in a strife.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I think remote is always a thing. We've been remote a lot, Sean and I. I think for me, it's the things that can hit really hard and fast. Like if someone was tagged by a snake, those are the things you think about a bit when you're out in the middle of nowhere, and you've got to have contingency plans.
Okay, so some of our contingency plans are we've got sat phones.
100%.
We've got 2 sat phones.
Yep.
Everyone knows how to use them,
Yep.
which is important, and they sit there fully charged, ready to go.
Always. Yep.
That's one thing. We've got lots of recovery gear. We've got first aid kits.
First aid people.
Yeah, exactly.
I think
right.
I'm one of them.
I'm not one of them. I'm a chef, mate. I'm not exactly qualified, but I know what to do.
He's not a chef. He's not a chef.
I know what to do, roughly.
Yeah, same.
Exactly right.
You panic.
Because first thing's
panic,
Yeah.
and then work it out from there.
Look, we've got a lot of spare parts.
Yep.
We have a lot of tools as well.
You gotta have those.
Have a rough idea of mechanical
Knowledge.
I suppose.
Yep.
So I guess we're prepared is what the long and short of it would be.
I think, as I said today when we did that river crossing, you won't know until you see the video, which you will see very soon on YouTube, but we prepared for the worst today.
Actually, yeah, go through that just quickly.
Okay, so we came across a fast-flowing, very deep, wasn't actually that deep, but there was a certain member of our party that wouldn't actually wade it.
Oh, hang on a second.
Well, you sort of waded it.
Well, you'll get to see exactly what happened. It's not pretty, but
he was wearing Batman underpants.
The fact you got to see those means I did wade this.
But here's the thing, they didn't get wet.
Extremely cold in there.
It was. Well, it was extremely, apparently it was extremely cold.
Holy heck, mate. It was freezing down there, mate. We've got Arctic.
What we're getting at here is the
temperatures
contingency plan we had put in place was we sent Rocket across first. He was the biggest.
Hang on. I waded in first to see
went
the depth.
He went up to his knees.
Okay, it was a bit higher than the knees, mate, and I think we all saw that.
Well, there were certain things we didn't need to see. We sent Shauno in first in his Batman underpants.
Yeah, they don't specify they're Batman in front of a live audience right now, but anyway.
They were Batman. I quite liked it.
It was laundry day, mate. Anyway, go. And
So the contingency plan was that Rocket went across first. Heaviest, biggest vehicle. He was attached to a large winch. So if it went pear-shaped, we could pull him back out.
Had Michael there.
Yep.
He had a winch on the back of him as he went through. Now, where a lot of people make a mistake is that they'll do this, but they'll drive over a winch cord or it doesn't quite come out.
Or tangled up. Yeah.
We planned this out properly, made sure it free spooled. He drove across with the winch still connected. Turns out it was easier than we thought, but at the time we didn't know. It was just fast flowing alpine thing that I only walked up to here because I got really cold and scared, so I had to come out quick. So he made it. Michael winched through.
Yep, he went across, and then we attached the D-Max to the back of your truck.
Because I'm nice and heavy.
You're heavy and the D-Max
You're
floats.
not. We've seen up in Cape York the
she
D-Max
just bobs around
will
like
float
that. What we found out though, I drove it out of my own steam because I was actually ahead of the strap. But what we're getting at, this is a long story here, but what we're getting at is that we had contingency plans. So for anything you do up here, just think about, okay, so what if that happens and how do we deal with it before it happens?
Yep.
And that's the key.
Yep.
It doesn't really matter then. If it goes pear-shaped, you've got it sussed.
Yep.
100% got it sussed.
You got another question?
Yeah,
We've got a couple here.
Okay, here's one here.
one?
I'm looking down here. We've got questions on the floor for us. Besides Fraser, have you ever had to abandon a shoot? We didn't have to abandon a shoot on Fraser, did we?
No, we didn't abandon it. We had a cyclone come through on Fraser, obviously.
The cyclone. That's right.
We couldn't go any further north.
That's right. So
Bad weather stopping us.
Has that happened before? It could happen tomorrow.
You had it once ages and ages ago over in the west side of the country.
Oh, when the storm came through Carnarvon.
You got flooded out.
If you've not seen that, folks, try and look it up. It was phenomenal. Once in a million years. The storm came. It washed the Northwest Coastal Highway away, like a full highway. Washed it away. There were trucks lined up for... Yeah, that was another one. I suggest tomorrow could happen. Tomorrow, snowing.
The thing is... Well,
We've got
YouTube going on the phones right now.
We have. Yep.
We've probably got comments, I'd say.
We have. I've got to pick up this thing down here, apparently. There we go. Oh,
They're going thick and fast.
I'm sorry. I thought it'd be popular. Gusta Leon. Graham needs to drive a Toyota.
Far out.
He needs to wear better underpants. Neither one of those is going to happen.
Is that how fast the questions are coming through?
Yeah, I can't keep up with that, folks. Slow down, please.
Someone's saying doing a shoey. I've got a boot here if you want to have a go.
No, I'm not. Look at you. I'm not drinking out of those shoes. It's true.
All right.
Can you pick a question and go for it?
Okay. We'll go through. I'm going through. Shauno, This is the first one I've come to. Shauno, what car is your favourite of yours? What's my favourite car?
Okay. It's actually a good question.
Because
here's the thing. Can I answer this? We're being honest. We're being open.
Yeah.
He owns a Prius.
Oh,
And my thoughts are...
Hybrid car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He drives it more than most.
Consider a hybrid as being a 4.2 FTE diesel with a big turbo on it, well then, yes, in the Dirty 30, that's my favourite vehicle, without a doubt. I haven't even got on the road. I'm saying it's my favourite because there's so much. 2 years in the build, and you can see the build up.
2 years in?
2 years at the moment, in the build.
Really?
Yeah.
It's about the average time. Yeah, I suppose, for a Toyota, yeah.
Yeah. Well, with a Nissan, mate, there's not much you can do to them. So
no, because they're just so good. It's just so
here
good
we
to
go.
get over.
Here we go. Look, if you haven't seen the build up, it's actually on YouTube right now, and there's going to be more episodes. There's going to be more episodes coming. I haven't got on the road yet, but that will be my favourite vehicle. I've got two other pretty good ones too. I've got a 79 series and a 80 series, which I've got right here now, and that thing has been an absolute animal.
Actually, it's done.
It's done
remarkably
really well this trip.
It stinks though. The thing, I got to be behind it, and it's just
it blows a lot of soot.
Blows a lot of soot.
Oh, you can't even keep up with these questions.
How many shoey comments are we getting?
I don't know.
No, we're not having a shoey. I'm not doing that. My
Is that shoey as in like do a shoey, or we got a team member called Shoey?
We got a team member called Shoey.
Maybe they want to know about a photographer, Shoey.
Hey, he could be famous. We don't know.
Well, he's not single, ladies, unfortunately.
He's not. We got one down here. How do you prepare for big trips?
How do you prepare for big trips? Well, to be honest with you, mate, the night before it...
Yeah, it's kind of true, actually.
I do all the maintenance of the vehicle. I decide to do any repairs, add modifications, and also pack my clothes.
Oh, same night. I guess here's the thing, folks. Yeah. We do this a lot. I mean, this is our job. So big trips for us are fairly commonplace.
Pretty common. Not that we get complacent by
No, we're not getting complacent.
But I think we've got our vehicles set up so much.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
And they're maintained. We've got a lot of people. Our vehicles have just been out at wholesale automatics for
they've done
5 weeks after Cape York. A lot of maintenance has happened on them.
Yep.
So we're just ready to turn key and go again.
Pretty much. Can I just say one thing, folks? If you've just joined us, if you've just popped up on the YouTubes and there's a couple of blokes sitting in a bar, we are live.
We're live.
100% live. This is happening right now. This is totally happening right now. So, well, grab yourself a cold beer like I've got right here and sit down and put some questions up because we're answering them all. There's another one down here, mate. You've got one right here. Will you mount a rear winch to the 30?
Yes, I will. I've actually, because I think you can have both, but when you're building any ute, you either get yourself a trundle drawer or you put yourself a rear winch on it. And I haven't gone the trundle drawer, I'm going a rear winch.
What are your thoughts on trundle drawers?
I like them, but they can fill up with water.
They are very leaky.
Like the one on my 79 gets a little bit of water in, and I usually keep tools in that, which I love it because it's such a big space. But I just figure with a 30, I want to be able to let you keep up with me. So I've got the rear winch. I'll just be able to pull you straight through. Did that work out?
No. What's that question down there, mate?
Here's another one. Graham's favourite Taylor Swift song.
Here's the thing. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. Live on YouTube.
But your boyfriend is. You can't even say that.
Okay, no. Red. It's Red. If I had to say...
One Taylor Swift song?
It's the only one I know.
I couldn't even tell you one.
It's the only one I know. I'm in touch with all my sides. Feminine, masculine.
But hang on a second. He doesn't mind Cold Chisel, so we'll let him off for that.
Damn.
Angels is one of his favourite bands of all time.
No, not my favourite. Okay, live, the greatest band in Australia's history ever.
Ooh, that's a bit cool.
Ever.
Yeah.
Is the Angels. Doc Neeson, the greatest frontman on any band in Australia ever.
Angels are all time.
They are the single best band Australia has ever produced, bar none. So Taylor Swift, under that by about 3,000.
Oh, no.
I've just happened to have some sort of weird... sorry, the camera crew are giving us instructions as we do this.
Well, they should give you instructions how to pour a beer, mate, because turns out... I get excited and I put too much in at the same time and trying to fill her up.
I'm pretty sure you get excited in a lot of ways like that. That's anyway, we will move on. We've got more down here. Why do people ask that question there? Why does Shauno always have to cook?
Well,
it's the truth. I don't know.
Hang on. I can answer this.
Please do.
What you see, me cooking,
Can someone get that?
I'm obviously the best chef of the group. And I say chef for a reason. When you've got like, I don't know, a decade of training under your belt, you call yourself a chef. That's what I do anyway. In all honesty, we actually take turns in cooking, but we obviously film the one where I'm mainly cooking. So,
that's true. Actually.
Graham actually does a heck of a lot of cooking behind the scenes.
They're the ones the crew eats.
Tastes rubbish. Mostly simple things like barbecues.
True.
But
The odd, I'll do a pavlova here and there.
Oh, you will not.
You know, the odd,
You will not, mate.
The odd
I've seen you one night just bring out a kilo of sausages and a 6-pack of beer and said, "Boys, dinner's up."
That's actually not. That's not a lie. That's actually completely true. We've got a question here from Emma Zealy.
Is that Taylor Swift?
I don't know, man.
How did we organise that?
I've no idea if that was Taylor Swift.
That is fantastic. That is fantastic. You had no idea. Oh, he's gone all red. He's actually gone red. Oh, there we go, mate.
Actually, might have been.
I actually thought you left the D-Max running. For a second, I was like, that sounds like the D-Max, but...
I don't like Taylor Swift.
Nah, it's okay.
Don't you laugh?
Everyone's laughing.
I heard you playing Shania Twain the other day. Anywho, we've got a question here, and don't you laugh, because I'll start dropping some French rap songs.
What do you got?
Emma Zealy, funniest thing on a trip.
Funniest thing? That's hard. That's hard to narrow down.
We've had some...
I've spilled a fair bit of beer here.
Really?
Turns
spilled
out.
beer everywhere.
Turns out.
Funniest thing, we've had some hilarious moments. We've had... It's a tough one. Funny, I think the thing is, because we do this so often in so many places around Australia with such... You guys can't see right now. I wish we could spin the camera around. We've got our crew of video.
Actually look like they're working, but they're not. They're just drawing things on paper right now. They look at your questions probably, and
they're feeding us. But because we're working with such an amazing crew of people over here, and our sponsors down the back, these guys are just hard on the beers. Just talking.
I know, they're loving life right now.
Talking business.
Fair enough, that's what I'll be doing.
But this is the thing, because we're with those guys so often, I guess we just have a lot of funny moments that I'm not saying we glance over them.
I'll tell you one funny moment.
I'll
tell you one funny moment. This was never caught on camera, I don't believe, because it was like a behind the scenes thing. I was actually developing a prank to get Graham, and it was a stink bomb, and I've never used
the stink bomb.
I've never used a stink bomb before, to be honest. Like, I was a bit behind the time, so I had a couple with me, and I was like, I wanted to practice before I got in with the stink bomb.
Because I'd walked off to take some photos.
And so timing's perfect. And so, anyway, Mike from Clearview, if you're watching, mate.
Sorry about this.
We also had D on there.
Yep.
From Scamper Camper, I think. And anyway, those two were sitting on the other side of Mike's 200 series. And I was like, I read the instructions, sort of, like half read this stink bomb thing. You had to rip the top off.
Yep.
And what I did is I just flicked it underneath the car, but I put a little bit too much gusto on the old flick, and it bounced up and hit Mike on the ankle. And he's like, straight away, turned down and seen it. He's picked it up, and he's like, looked at it. He's like, he thought it was a kid's toy, it turns out, and he was making lunch at the time, so he put it right near the sandwiches that he was making. It expanded and just went boom, and the worst smell ever came out of it, right? And scared the heck out of him. It scared the absolute heck out of him. And that was pretty funny.
He didn't think so at the time. Luckily, he saw the error of our ways, and we're still good mates with Mike, so cheers, Mike. And,
heaps of funny moments. I think every day there'll be something hilarious happen on a trip.
Every day. 100% there is. If you wonder why I'm looking down here, it's because the boys are putting questions down here for us.
Straight from YouTube.
Yeah, straight from YouTube down onto here, so we don't have to look at the phone because that's antisocial. We don't want to do that.
Let's go that one.
Which one are we doing?
How many beers does Graham owe Sean? I'm just keen to know this one more than anything. That wasn't a question from me, by the way. That was someone out there.
Hang on, that was written by S. Whale. Is that true? How
many beers do you owe me?
How many beers do I owe Sean? Here's the thing.
I suppose we don't have 3 hours to go on YouTube right now, but...
Not many. I don't actually owe him that many beers because I owe him a few beers. I owe him a few beers.
Coupler.
Just a few beers. Just a few. Don't you worry. Don't you guys worry yourself about that.
I'm keeping count.
Are you?
I am. I'm keeping count, mate. So
there's a few beers. I do owe him a few beers, yes. Leaf Springs or Coils?
Here we go. How about this, folks? If you have just joined us, well, we're doing YouTube live right now. So this is unscripted, unedited. It's just there's a camera on us right now at the pub having a couple of beers down at the Jamison Courthouse. If you want to ask a question, now's your chance. Ask a question. We've got guys bringing us questions right now, so we're going to answer all the best ones.
Here's one down here. Leaf Springs or Coils?
Ooh, depends what you're doing.
It really does. It's tough.
Coils, like on the 80, I wouldn't change it for the world.
Sure.
On the 79, would I go a coil conversion? Maybe not.
Look, if you're carrying a load.
Which I tow the boat with that one, for instance.
Yeah, tow the boat. Yep.
Coils for the tough stuff.
Leafs for...
Everything else.
For bales of hay. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How much to shave your beard? Me or him? Because it's taken him 8 weeks to get to where he's at.
Come on now.
It's taken me a week to get where I'm at. So I'll shave it tomorrow.
When you're wearing a flannelette shirt like this, I think a beard's just instant.
If you're wearing that flannelette shirt for 5 days and that's all you've got, dude. So how much to shave? I tell you what. here's the thing. If you guys want to donate a certain amount of money, I don't care what it is, to
A charity?
charity of your choice, I will not
Sean's
only...
Beer Fund charity, will that do?
No, that's not a charity. I will not only just... I'll go the full with the razor. Like back to the day I was born. Back to the day I was born.
I don't think anyone needs to see that much of your face,
I'm not
mate.
sure they do. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of dig it. I've decided I've just gone a bit wild and woolly.
Yeah, fair enough.
What do you...
You look like a garden gnome, bro. I don't know. No, you look all right. Oh, it's weird anyway. It's weird. Let's go to another question.
Let's go to another question. Fraser or Morton?
Fraser or Morton? In a second, Fraser.
Morton.
Ooh, controversy.
It is. Very controversial.
I like Fraser because the
Quickly.
fishing.
Sure.
I'll take my boat up there and fish up the top end of Fraser. Love it up there.
Morton, visitor numbers are capped. You can have
They
campfires.
got a pretty good cafe down there, I've heard. Is that why you like Morton? Or?
They've got visitor numbers are capped and they allow campfires.
No, it's a beautiful spot, Morton. I love it as well. Well, now's probably a good
great
opportunity to let people know. Make sure you subscribe to Forward of Action channel.
Yep.
Like we do this, well, not this all the time.
No,
we do a
goodness.
polished
Thank goodness we
version
don't
of
do
this
this.
every week.
This
so
is very unpolished.
if you like what you're seeing, or you like what you've seen
I
before,
was going to say, you probably not
jump
liking
on
this.
and subscribe to our channel because we love hearing from you guys.
All right, more. We've got so many questions coming in.
I know.
We can't give up.
Is it snowing now?
Not where we are. We're a little lower in elevation. But above us, puking down.
Snow.
Absolutely coming in sideways. And we're going up into it tomorrow.
Absolutely. We will. This is a weird thing about Victoria. I don't know. You guys who are local might be able to fill me in here. We were on a track today, which wasn't even that high up.
No. And it started to...
Ice fell from the sky.
Yeah, there's a word for that?
It's not quite snow, but it was
snow,
like hail, but it was tiny hail.
There's a word for it. I can't remember what it is. But
Sleet?
Sleet.
Is
Sleet.
it?
It started
Is
to
it?
sleet this afternoon.
Weird.
So tomorrow we're going to, I think, 1,400 metres or 1,500 metres. And snow's supposed to come down to 400 or 500 metres.
Yeah, it's going to be snowing tomorrow.
We're
without
definitely
a doubt.
snow tomorrow.
Without a doubt.
Snow tomorrow. A lot of phone calls coming in. Are you guys trying to ring us? Is that what's going on?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, don't do that. Is it snowing now, Manuel? We've done that one. What got you in? That's a good question.
What's that?
What got you into four-wheel driving?
What got me into full driving? To be honest with you,
Oh, me, it was a stepladder.
the Suzuki Sierra unmodified. That was actually me. I got into forward driving because I loved fishing, and at the time spearfishing. I liked spearfishing a lot, so I needed a forward drive to get away from where the crowds were going.
Sure.
That got me into forward drive, and then I realised, hey, this forward drive thing is actually quite fun.
Yeah.
And modifying a car, all that sort of stuff, camping.
Yep.
The bug was bitten, and there you go.
Then the rest is history.
Yeah. What about you?
Dude, a bit the same. I mean, I grew up in a family that had four-wheel drive, so it was always just a thing. And the countryside I was in the place that I live.
Where it was Southwest WA?
It's Southwest WA.
I heard that place is beautiful, mate.
That's a lovely place. If you've never been there, it's fantastic. Down in that part of the world, people needed them for work, and then it started to become
Cafe
crazy.
region's very strong down there.
There's
I
no
heard.
cafes down there.
Craft beers.
There are craft beers down there, yeah. There are. It's a running joke between us. If you're wondering what the heck these two are talking about, running joke between us, you don't need to worry about it. That's how I got into four-wheel driving, and for me, it's not even a lifestyle. It's just how we are. I can't not have one. It's
part of your life.
It is.
That's what it becomes, I suppose. And
Yeah.
I suppose all you guys are in the same boat.
Of course you are.
You just become obsessed. And
It's a deep-seated thing.
we've been doing this right around Australia.
Yep.
Many shows under our belt, and the bug for forward driving has only ever gotten
And
stronger.
it doesn't wear off, does it?
No, it gets stronger.
You still go home.
The obsession. How many
True.
times have I talked about 20 vehicles I want to own on this last trip? I do this every trip though. I get
and here's the
excited.
thing,
I get
here's the thing.
excited.
I'm going to run it by you. His latest obsession,
I don't
folks,
tell everyone.
his latest obsession
Which one?
is a Ford Raptor.
Yeah.
He's got a thing for it. He's been talking about it for the last 4 or 5 days.
Not the Australian one, because the Australian one can't tow enough.
No, it's only 2.5 tonne.
But what about that American one with a big V8 in it? That's pretty cool.
Pretty sick.
Pretty cool.
Sick. Actually, whilst we're talking about future ideas, I have been sort of floating this around, and we've kind of talked a little bit. You're a bit hazy on the idea.
What's this?
But I'm thinking of cutting down a Y62 supercharger.
Yeah, look,
You're a bit...
I just wouldn't own a Y62 Patrol.
You're not man enough, I know that.
That's just me.
You're not man enough to do it, I
The
know.
leather seats would just go against
I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, it would be nice. Like, they're cool cars.
So what do you guys think? Y62, I'm going to cut it. I'm going to put a canopy on the back.
You could make a weapon of a Y62.
I'm thinking about it.
When they're modified, they're actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing.
Anything modified is pretty cool. to be
You're
honest
right.
with
You totally are right.
Yeah.
The boys have just put a couple more questions down here. Oh, that's a good one.
What's that?
Manual or auto?
From who?
Well, I don't...
From Sheehan Wilfred.
Is
that a name?
Wilfrio?
No, it's Wilfred.
Is it Wilfred?
I think
Okay.
so. I think
Sorry,
you carry the
Sheehan.
L.
I think it's Sheehan. I think it's Sheehan.
Sheehan, yeah.
Yeah. Manual or auto?
Mate,
You go.
I own all manual vehicles except for one I'm building right now.
Which is an auto.
And auto for me all the way. That's why I'm building the 30 auto. I've seen you guys with the autos on the tracks, and when you're on those steep things, just to be able to put it in park and go, what up, I'm going to get outside my vehicle.
Exactly.
How good's that?
Exactly. For me, auto in the tough stuff. If it's going to be gnarly, auto. For touring, manual. Bushproof.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. They are very bushproof. You can jump start.
You can jump start them. You can push start them. You can do all that. Yeah. Our good mate Jock. And if Jock's watching right now, Jock, if you're watching right now, send a question through. He's probably not. Jock's got a new lady friend, so.
Look out! Well, you'd be done by now. You know, you're working on his Hilux for sure by now.
Who knows? Who knows? But Jock just recently did a starter motor in a car park in Port Macquarie.
Yeah.
And he jump started himself off his own winch.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's pretty clever.
It's very clever.
Yeah.
So that's that bush start. That's that bush proofing thing that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yep. Remember that time we? Oh, no, I won't go do it. Another question.
Why do we always get that question at the top there? Why do we always get that?
How did you meet?
How did we meet? What is it? We're not a couple.
How do we meet?
We can go months without talking to one another. Not months. Well, actually, not even days.
Yeah.
But how did we meet?
For full drive action, obviously. Both full drive enthusiasts.
It was
a cold camp night.
Cold camp night.
Fire was pretty dim that night, and we got close together in our camp chairs.
We did not get close.
It's not how it happened. It's not how it happened. That's not how it happened.
It might have in the past, but it's not how it happened. It's look. The truth of the matter is, we worked together at Forward Drive Action, and then we first caught up at Tough Truck.
It was Tough Truck.
Remember that?
Yeah. Because I'd known he'd been a freelance journalist, writer, photographer.
Yep.
I was working in the magazine at the office.
Yep.
And
we went to Tough Truck.
We went to Tough Truck together. A couple of these ones later.
A couple of these happened, and
yeah, well, mates.
Now we're sitting here doing this. I don't actually like him that much, but you've got to work together.
Mate, to be honest with you, I just wanted to go on the trips. It had nothing to do with you.
Same. And for me, it's totally like. When are you coming back to Coffs?
Pretty soon.
I think we are.
Pretty soon, actually.
Yep.
I love Coffs. It's one of those places where it'll make a man out of you. It hasn't made a man out of me yet because it scares the heck out of me every time I get there.
Coffs is up there with the High Country.
Scary.
Scary.
Yeah, it can be if you take the hard tracks, obviously. I love. What do you?
Sorry, no, you finished that. You finished that.
Well, I love Coffs. I do too. Obviously rolled a car there once before, so I got a little bit of unfinished business.
You do.
With Commando Trail in particular.
Oh, have you guys done Commando? Commando.
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 You live in Southwest WA, mate.
Tomato,
of course you speak like that.
If you guys let us know, because what's the line on it?
It's not the one I took.
And it doesn't
on
finish.
That
it
video.
doesn't finish where you rolled.
The hardest bit's yet to come,
It's
and
still
before
goes
that,
up.
I rolled it on a bit that I shouldn't have,
man.
and ran out of brake skill, all that sort of stuff.
Talent.
Fell on my lid. Yeah.
Look at this thing here.
What's that?
We're being asked heaps
About New Zealand.
from people.
Huh?
From people in NZ, from New Zealand.
What about New Zealand?
We've been asked heaps about, are we going to go?
Yes, I would love to go.
So like to go to New
Forward
Zealand.
drive action. Okay, here's one for you. See what you guys think.
Yep.
Australia versus New Zealand.
Oh!
Forget the rugby because we know that's sort of, it's not going so well at the moment. Anyway.
I was going to say, where are you going with that?
Let's go forward driving. The Bledisloe of forward driving.
That is a sick idea.
What do you reckon?
Would you guys like, who in New Zealand would like us to do a comp? Not a comp, like a friendly.
We'll go over there.
Yeah.
And
Australia versus
drive a
New
few of
Zealand.
your tracks. Maybe a few of you can come out here and drive some of our tracks.
Damn, that's a fantastic idea. Okay, New Zealand,
Okay.
you're on.
If you want to go Tri-Nation, South Africa, we're coming for you next.
We actually are. We've had so many people from South Africa.
Have a go, yeah.
Come across and do safaris and look at the lions and the tigers and stuff, and whatever they are over there.
Yeah.
And as for you, I was going to say Yanks, that's not the right word. You US of A's.
US of A's, you can't call them that.
You Americans.
Americans.
You guys, holy heck.
That's actually on my bucket list.
It is. You've been talking about it for a while.
I want to go to America and drive in my rig. So I want to take my rig maybe overseas.
To Moab?
Maybe do a couple of countries. Moab would be. It's on my bucket list.
Yep.
What other American tracks? There's probably a stack. What's that for?
Shoey. I'm not drinking.
I thought it was Graham's shoe. Look at it.
It's actually, I've got bigger.
I'm not doing a shoey out of that.
I'm not doing a shoey out of a random shoe. Who does a shoey out of a random? Oh, damn, boy! I'm not doing a shoey out of that. Jeepers, that's been in the High Country way too long. Yes, I will do a shoey out of that. I've just been handed by my... What is that?
Go on, mate.
All right. Whose is this? Live on.
He's actually going to do it. Oh, that's from a little old lady, that shoe.
Damn.
Well,
Yeah. Whose is that? Is that our producer's shoe?
It's not mine. Could be
Guys,
shoes.
what is that on the end?
Oh.
Goodness gracious,
Great.
more questions.
All right.
Electric 4x4s.
No, thanks.
Yep, for me, 100%. I really think, I really think the electric 4x4s, if we get them right, the torque on tap would be amazing. If we can charge them correctly,
Would they be good for forward driving?
Yes, the torque it'd be phenomenal.
Yeah, but you talk a lot and you're not that good at forward driving. No, I don't know. I just think like...
Technology's moving, man. You got to keep up with it. Look at we're doing a live stream from the Jamison.
I'm using an electric chainsaw right now.
You are.
That is a game changer.
I think electric 4x4s are a thing.
Yeah.
Why did I pour beer over my head? What was I thinking right then?
You thought you finished a shoey.
Yeah, it was like a ballet shoe. I don't even know what that was. Little kid's shoe.
Oh, God.
I feel a bit sick.
All right, another question, because we're running out of time now. I think we're going to get kicked out.
We've got like 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
Hang on, where's your thing? We can do this.
Straight from YouTube.
Excuse me, no we can't.
All right, what about the hardest track you've ever driven?
Oh, there it is right there. Hardest track I've ever driven. Man, there's been so many. You go first on this one, if you know one straight up.
Some of those high country tracks that scare the heck out of me.
Yep.
They could be up there with the hardest.
I'm going to take it.
No, Wattigan's, Whiteman's Lane.
That's a gnarly track.
That really just fed it to me, that track.
I'm going to go the opposite side of the word hard, and I'm going to put the Umbulgari track because there's so much preparation that's got to go in to Umbulgari.
Bit of a challenge, eh?
You're in there for like 10 days, low range. Your fuel, your car's got to be absolutely immaculate.
That's in the Kimberley, in case you're wondering.
The Kimberley, Western Australia.
Northwest, Western Australia.
Sorry, I'm burping because I've just sculled a ballerina shoe full of beer. For me, that's one of the hardest tracks I've done.
Yeah.
Umbulgari track. It's not something you can just go on out of your driveway and do. You've got to put so much prep into doing it, and it's probably my favourite four-wheel drive track in Australia as well.
It is all time, that one.
It really is.
I think you've got those different tracks, hard on a remote level and
true,
hard
true.
on a 50 metres of just hell level, you know.
Yeah.
Here we go. Big or small four-wheel drive? I'll let you answer that one, mate. Big or small?
I own a very big four-wheel drive and I own a very small four-wheel drive, and I enjoy the challenges of both, but when it comes to the tough stuff, give me a big one any day of the week. Give me something long.
Okay. Well, the first time you said that as well, mate.
Four-wheel drive-wise, give me something long. I've got one small and black.
Are we still doing our four-wheel drives? For me, I remember when I used to own a little Suzuki Sierra.
You still do. I saw you across that river today.
That little car was everything to me, and it taught me how to drive, to be honest, because it was a challenge.
Didn't teach you very well.
Well, it was a challenge, mate. It was all time, but I reckon there's nothing like the 80 series.
Yeah.
Coil springs all around, diff locks, makes things a lot easier. But is it more fun? Not really.
No.
I think more fun is in the budget four-wheel drives, like little Pajeros, little Suzukis, those little things.
That's what's more fun.
Yeah.
It's the vehicle you're driving at the moment, enjoying. That's what's fun.
Yeah.
All right, we are going to talk about what we're coming up trips-wise. What are we coming up?
We're coming up. Okay. We've got a bit of New South Wales coming up next, so we're leaving the high country. We've got the Melbourne show coming up.
Oh, heck, if you
show.
are in Victoria, which a lot of you are, we've got the forward. Can you do something about the weather this year around? Please, just
nice 24 degrees all day, singlet weather.
That'd be super nice. Be super nice.
No, we'll go straight from there into, we're going to New South Wales. We're doing a few tracks around New South Wales. And then I think we're going to Tasmania.
My favourite.
Tassie's pretty wicked.
Okay, here's the thing.
Next year, we're going to go...
We are all around Australia.
We haven't got it all planned out, but we're going to do the Kimberley, I believe, next year. So, Ronnie, in case you're watching, mate, look out. We're coming straight for you.
Into your country.
We're going to be doing a bunch of stuff up in the Kimberley. Cape York, maybe. Top End, maybe.
Northern Territory, maybe.
Maybe.
See how we go.
We've got a lot of stuff. Maybe even overseas. Who knows?
Ooh,
who knows?
Feisty.
Maybe forward action will go overseas. I don't know.
Have you got a passport?
I do.
Yeah.
They let me out of the country, even with this little moustache, mate.
You're not allowed in WA, though. He's coming to Perth show this year.
I am. I'm coming to WA.
West Aussies.
I'm coming straight into WA.
Come and give him as much stick as you possibly can.
You're going to look like you over there. What's the go? You go to Western
Don't
Australia.
you worry about it,
There's
mate.
little blokes with beards that run around
They're
like
all like me. They're all like me over there. Don't you worry about it.
Even the women.
He's coming to WA this year. We've got the Sydney show. We've got the Melbourne show coming up. We've got Adelaide show this year.
Yeah.
We have got so much. The year's only just ramping up for us. We've got so much more to come.
So much is coming.
I think we're about to get kicked off this platform.
Yep.
You're not allowed to drink out of shoes, apparently. That's not something.
Not a thing. Not a thing.
That's not a thing. Hang on, we've got one more thing coming up here. Oh, you've got to subscribe to us. You've got to click the little subscribe to us link.
That's the thing. Obviously, guys, if you're just joining us now and you're just saying, what are these two guys on about? Suggest you click the subscribe button right now because
there'll be more of this.
But way better.
Yeah, this is the first time we've done this, and I apologise.
We've gone live.
Yeah.
Look, if you guys like what we're doing live, maybe we could go live on every trip. I don't know.
Well, that needs to be discussed. That really does need to be discussed.
If you want to do more shoeies out of a ballerina shoe, I'm
Where did that
keen to
come
see
from?
it. I don't know.
Well, it came from our film crew. That's where it came from. Yeah, my question.
I think we'll probably wrap this up now.
I think we should. I think
Get
we should.
back and I was going to make sure the beer on the other side of the bar's cool.
I think it will be. I think we'll be. Hey, listen,
We'll do that.
folks, thank you so much. We got a billion questions. Now, we couldn't have answered even a quarter of them. You guys have been absolutely amazing tonight. For the first time, we've gone live. Been a bit nerve-wracking. We've never done this before, but I think it went quite
And look,
well.
if we didn't get your question, chances are we're going to be doing another live feed at some stage soon. So hang on to those questions and join us next time on your favourite YouTube channel, which is...
Four-wheel drive action. What other YouTube channel are there? It's
Obviously.
four-wheel drive action. Cheers, legends.
Good on ya.